Have you ever heard an advertising slogan like 50 million Americans can't be wrong? Have you ever come across anyone dismissing an argument just because not many people agree with it? If so, then you've seen an example of the ad populum fallacy. Let's explore this common fallacy to find out more about it, why it's wrong, where it often comes up, and how to spot it. Ad populum is an old Latin phrase. It means appeal to the people. An argument commits this fallacy when it claims that because lots of people believe something, that thing is true. An argument also commits this fallacy when it claims that because not many people believe something, it's not true. For example, imagine that John here were to claim that the Earth is flat. Suppose that you were to argue back, pointing out the existence of the horizon and all the satellite images. Imagine that John replied, "That's not right. Everyone believes that the Earth is flat." If John did that, he'd be committing the ad populum fallacy. It's a fallacy because even if lots of people believed that the Earth is flat, it wouldn't make it true. Whether people believe something has no effect on whether that thing is true. It's therefore not a valid argument. Check out our video on argument to learn more about when an argument is valid. Let's look at a more modern example, religion. Whatever your views on religion, you will have noticed that there are lots of different religions on the planet, and they all make partly conflicting claims about what's true. No one religion has a majority of people on the planet who believe in it. Therefore, whatever anyone believes about religion, it will contradict what most other people in the world believe. Even if you believe that all the claims don't conflict at all, most people don't believe that, so you'd still be in a minority. So we can be very confident that most people in the world are wrong about at least something that they probably think is important, even if we can't be confident about specifically what that thing is. So where does this fallacy tend to come up? After all, you probably haven't heard many people explicitly make an argument like, most people believe X, therefore X is true. It tends to be much subtler than that. If you've ever heard somebody dismiss an argument by saying something like, it's a fringe idea, then that's an example of the ad populum fallacy. Fringe just means that not many people believe it. So to dismiss an argument as fringe just means not many people believe X, therefore X is false. And that's exactly the ad populum fallacy. Likewise, if you've ever heard a government body claim that it's changing its policy to bring it in line with other government bodies and no other reason is given, that's an example of the ad populum fallacy. Just because others are doing something doesn't make it the right thing to do. If you've ever heard somebody try to dismiss an argument by saying something like, read the room, or nobody agrees with you, then that's also an example of the ad populum fallacy. It's trying to dismiss an argument based on whether other people believe it, rather than whether it's true. People often commit this fallacy when making an argument about ethics. For example, it's common for people to argue that an ethical claim is true because lots of people have a feeling or intuition that it should be true. This is actually a mix of the ad populum fallacy and another fallacy called appeal to emotion that we'll cover in a future video. But sometimes it can be the right thing to do to follow what lots of other people are doing. The best example of this is language. If everyone were to speak a different language, nobody would be able to communicate with anybody else. So saying it's good to speak the same language as lots of other people is not an example of the ad populum fallacy. But that's only true when there's some real practical benefit to lots of people doing the same thing. Otherwise, it's just an example of the fallacy. Have you come across any examples of the ad populum fallacy recently? If so, let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, check out our other videos on critical thinking and liberal values. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one.